welcome to Yuri's World. And today I feel like I want to do something a little different. So, yesterday I was on Reddit and I looked at a few scary stories. I kind of got this idea from CJ's up on YouTube, but I did contact the people about their stories and asked if I could read them on my channel because they actually were very interesting to me, and it had a little bit of a spook factor. So I decided to, do it. Why not? It's my channel, my name, my world, right? So I said I'd try something new. And I'm not gonna ramble on because y'all know I talk a lot. Well, I used to talk a lot, but now it's a little different. I'm getting used to being in front of the camera again, slowly, but it's happening. So I did do my nails. They turned out pretty well. This is my favorite set so far, and I really like them. So yeah, it's just some mylar pieces and two butterflies on the fingers that don't have any mylars in it. My thumbs are just clear. So yeah. But this first story says, the title is Basement Room Incident. Okay? And think about it, I'm in my basement right now. So yeah, we're trying to get me a backdrop or a background picture to put behind me, so this brown wall won't be behind me this whole time. So again, the name of the story is Basement Room Incident. I have an uncle who owns a 2-story house which has a yard and is relatively old. He has owned it since I was a child, and since he's one of our closest relatives, we have been spending a lot of time meeting each other's families in our houses, and I promise you, not only me, my father, mother, and sister, but all of our relatives who have been there for a dinner or just a casual meeting have had some creepy experiences and stories with them. And I, for one, happen to have two. And am going to tell the one which for me is creepier and more disturbing. When I think I was 6, as I mentioned before, their house has 2 floors which are connected by a stairwell. The upper floor is where they have their guests over, and where my uncle and her wife's bedroom is located, and the lower floor is where my cousin's rooms are located. I think he or she meant to say where my uncle and his wife's bedroom, but anyway, were located. When I was a kid, I just loved spending time in the lower basement room. That's what we call it, and for some reason, I was never afraid of being down there. So one night when we were there for dinner, I decided to go downstairs and spend time playing with my older cousin's toys, and I was alone. So while I was chilling and enjoying my time, suddenly I saw a figure which resembled my sister crawl out of the TV, which was located in the far corner of the room. This reminds me of the movie The Ring. Remember the girl crawling out the screen, and then you have 7 days to give somebody else the tape, or yeah, it reminded me of that. So, okay, well, I'm going to start off with this sentence. I suddenly saw a figure which resembled my sister crawl out of the TV, which was located in the far corner of the room, walk out of there, and begin to pray. I'm a Muslim, and we have a special way of praying, which happens 3 times of the day. Obviously, I was shocked, but for some childish reason, I didn't get scared, really. I just got up and out of the room, went past the figure, which back then I was sure was my sister, and was still doing the prayers, walked up the stairs and entered the guest room, and guess what? My real sister was there. Okay. A little bit more to go. Then slowly I started to panic and went to my mom and said, Mom, sis just got out of the TV and started praying down there. Oops. and started praying down there. And my mom, clearly shocked, tried to explain that she had been there all those times, or that whole time. Long story short, I got really terrified and scared of the thing that had just happened down there and don't remember anything else from that night. Because, according to my parents, I had an awful seizure shortly after. Okay. I have to say this story is well written. And if I saw something crawl out the TV, for one, I wouldn't think it was really my sister or my brother. I'll just leave. That's just honesty. I would just leave, okay? What would you all do? Like if you saw your sister or your sibling crawl out of the TV and start praying, what would you do? And then you go upstairs and realize they were up there the whole time. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. And then having a seizure, that reminds me of me because I do have epilepsy. So I could see that happening. You panic so much that you go into a seizure. I can understand that happening. But yeah, my sibling crawling out of the TV though, no, no, no. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't. Okay, so we have one more story. And this story is called, no, something is pretending to be my sister downstairs. Here we go. I had to find it in my messages. Okay, so the story is called There's Someone Pretending to Be My Sister Downstairs in My House. It has her voice, but I don't really think it's really her. And this story is kind of long, so bear with me. Okay, so it says, "Bye, Eddie. My mother calls up to me from downstairs. I take my rightmost headphone off my ear and I pick up the sound of the general bustle in the downstairs hallway. I can hear my dad and my sister laughing to each other as coats are taken from the rack. Bye, I call back, keeping my eyes fixed on the screen. The game is on. Are you sure you don't want to come? My mom calls up. It could be fun. Fun family outing. I roll my eyes. I'm good, Mom. Bye. My sister calls up too. Come on, Eddie. Don't sit around the house like a loser all day. Goodbye, I shout down again. All right, see you soon, my mom replies. Later, loser, Louise calls. Though it's good-natured, really, we do get on. I can hear Mom gently chiding her, though I can't make out the words. I sure do recognize that tone, though. Their voices fade out and the footsteps soften. The front door is drawn closed. I hear the sound of my mom locking the door behind her. Awesome, some peace at last. Don't have to worry about anyone barging in and interrupting. This sounds like my son. I return my headphone to my ear and reinvest my full attention to the matter at hand. Securing a victory. Gotta keep my current ranking. A second loss in a row and my score will tank. Can't afford that right now. Click, 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 click. I tap away at the keys. Explosions rattle in my ears as I navigate the environment. Fully engrossed, muscle tense as I do my best, at last bringing the round to a close. I clap my hands in victory and lean back, the chair squeaking as I do so. I slide off my headphones and take a moment to revel in the victory. Listen to the soft patter of the rain against the window. The day is gray and overcast. Wind sighs gently in the trees on the street outside. I glance at the clock. Dang, it's been almost an hour already. How time flies. I spin around in my chair, drumming my fingers against the desk. I catch a quick reflection of myself in the screen as it loads. Set at my computer, just like you probably are right now. Or maybe you're just on your phone. Same difference. Connected, engaged, and yet for now, alone. The rain patters and the game freezes. The loaded circle becomes stuck mid-turn. I try to shake the mouse, but that too has become frozen. F's sake, I don't curse, I'm sorry. I mutter, tap the escape key. Nothing. It's as I'm going for Control-Alt-Delete that I hear a noise from downstairs. Sound like a cupboard being shut. Instantly, I find myself suppressing a wave of panic. It's fascinating, really, how quickly one's level of alertness can change. All my senses are primed and become hyper aware of the sound of my breathing and of the beating of my heart. Maybe it was imagination. Maybe the sound was something else. Did it come from outside? But as I listen, it comes again. Another cupboard, and then what sounds like the fridge. It's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Serial killers don't go looking around cupboards and fridges, do they? I creep to my door and slowly, gently, steadily ease it open, slipping out into the corridor and tiptoeing to the banisters of the stairs, listening out for some clues. I hold my breath, and then as I hear water start flowing into the sink, I allow myself to relax a little. Killers don't wash their hands before murder. What would be the point? I'm summoning the courage to call down when I hear a voice call up first. All my tensions are relaxed at once as the voice is my sister's. Hi, Eddie. I got some food for you down here. I call back. Oh, great. Did you stop at the cookie place on your way back? Please tell me you got the caramel ones. There is a pause. Come down and see, she replies as I hear stuff being moved about the counter. All right, give me a sec. I shout down, heading back into my room to force restart my computer. Whew, I don't know what to say. Would you go downstairs? I don't think I'll go downstairs. No. I take another look at the clock. I think to myself, they haven't been out very long. I wonder why they came back. Maybe the rain. I press and hold down the power button, then return through my door to the top of the stairs. How come you guys are back so early? I call out. There is no response. The door to my parents' room is open. I glance through it to see the rain wash gently down the window at the room's far side. For some reason, unknown to me at this stage, unease, my nose, creeps quietly into the back of my head. Luis, I call down, still hesitating by the banisters. Where's Mom and Dad? There is another silence. I walk the length of the hallway, past a little window to the street outside. My parents' car, it was seen, has not returned. I continue on until I am stood at the top of the stairs, looking down them and into the hall below. The lights are all still switched off, and an unsettling aura seeps up the steps from the shadows beneath. Come on down, Eddie, comes my sister's voice from somewhere unseen. The kitchen, I think. Come see what I have for you. I cannot hear the sound of cupboards now. There is no rustling, no movement of any objects or bags or jingling of keys. My sister finishes speaking, and then there is silence. Silence. The gentle patter of the rain. My hands, I realize, are sweating. What the heck is this? I think to myself. Eddie, come on, man. Pull yourself together. But something compels me to remain where I stand. Some unseen force keeps me from taking a step down onto the stairs and ascending to the bottom floor. Louise, I try to call back, but my voice fails me. It does not project the way I intended. I clear my throat, though my mouth has dried. The sensation is an uncomfortable one. Eddie comes to reply. Eddie comes to reply. Eddie comes downstairs. When did you get back? I managed to calm down. Where's the car? Silence. Louise. I called down again, unsure of what else to say. And then a moment later, from around the corner, my sister walks slowly and deliberately into view. She stops at the bottom of the stairs, still shrouded in a shadow, and she looks up to me. We hold each other's gaze for a moment, her at the base of the steps and I at the top. She does not speak, and her expression shifts to a wide grin. Her teeth appear very white in the darkness. She makes a quick motion with one of her hands. Follow is the implication, and then she turns and walks slowly back to the kitchen, out of sight. It is not until I cannot see her that her voice comes again. Come on, Eddie. Come and see what I have to show you. The hairs on the back of my neck all raised in cold alarm. I do not follow. I wouldn't have followed either. I'm not playing. I wouldn't have followed either. At all. With my jaw clenched and blood frozen in my veins, I make a hasty retreat to my room, where I close the door shut, perhaps just a little too quickly. The thud of the door going into its frame reverberates around the walls. Less than 1 second later, in that exact same instant, I hear the unmistakable sound of something barreling up the stairs, knocking carelessly into the banisters with rapid, ascending creaks, clamoring. I cry out loud in terror, and with a surge of adrenaline, I grab hold of my chest of drawers and haul it across the floor into place, blocking the door. My potted plant falls and lands with a dull thump by my feet, soil spilling out across the carpet. My heart hammers in my chest as I stare at the door, tensed and waiting for the handle to start shaking, waiting for something to throw itself against the door from the opposite side. My sister. But none of those things happen. The minutes tick by excruciatingly slowly. The sounds of the sudden race up the stairs ended as quickly as they began. And with the utmost caution, I tentatively press my ear against the door, listening, breathing deep, straining to hear for any sign or clue as to what the heck is going on. Open the door, Eddie, my sister's voice whispers from the other side. I leap back from the door in horror, fumbling around on my desk for my phone, too afraid to look away. I grab it and tap in the passcode, my shaking fingers failing the password the first time and the second. The thing on the other side of the door does not knock. It does not try to force its way in. It only repeats itself. Eddie, stop screwing around. Open the door and let me in. I have something to show you. I try to call my mom first. I bring the phone up to my ear, shaking. The line is engaged. Dang. Come on, Eddie. Open the door. I want to show you something. Louise, I reply at last, my voice trembling. You're freaking me out. If this is a prank, just stop, okay? Stop. Open the door, Eddie. Open up and let me in. You need to see this. Please, come with me. Please, if it's a prank, I forgive you. Just stop messing with me. Silence. And then, just come downstairs. You need to come downstairs with me. Just follow. Screw this. Next up, I call the police. An interaction perhaps, but better safe than sorry. The tone sounds through the phone. There's a click. Then, 911, what's your emergency? I take a deep breath. Hello, 911, comes through the phone. There's an intruder in my house. I whisper at last, as quietly as I can, though evidently my sister hears. Her voice has risen in pitch. I don't think she likes this development. Eddie, you need to open the door. Let me in. You need to open the door. You need to open the door. Let me in. This is really important. Really important. Eddie. No, that's wrong. I was supposed to say Eddie. Something about the way she says those final words set my teeth on edge. It wasn't slurred as such. Just, ugh. I don't know how to describe it. As if the muscles for her speech, I guess, were getting tired. But despite my fear, I do my best to ignore her, and I provide my details to the person on the line. The rain starts hammering down against the glass, and the wind picks up too. Okay, sir, they say after I have told them my location. A car will be with you shortly. Please stay on the line. I do so, keeping as far away from my bedroom door as I can, terrified that at any moment, the person with my sister's voice is going to barge through. Eddie! She shouts, making me jump. Eddie! You need to let me in. You need to come with me. I swear that I hear a car drive past outside, and I turn to look through the rain-washed window. And as I do so, my heart nearly stops in my chest. Down there at the side of the road, standing in the rain and looking into my window, right at me, is my family. My mom, my dad, and Louise. Just standing in a line, hands by their sides, staring up at me, staring up into my window. And they're all smiling, all grinning the same chilling grin, looking at me, unblinking. The police arrived about 10 minutes after that, and they had a heck of a time calming me down. Me too, shoot. I never heard my sister leave from behind the doorway, though the officers didn't find anyone. Even after a thorough search of the house, my family outside vanished after I briefly turned away. 1 minute they were there, and the next gone. My mother, my real mother, God hopes, nearly had a panic attack of her own when she came home to find cops parked up outside. Louise had no idea what the heck I was talking about. None of them did. And she insisted she wasn't playing any kind of prank. She could be annoying at times, but still, I really can't see her doing anything like this. I really can't see her doing anything like this at all. I can't see any of them doing something like this. I had to wait to see their mouths move in time to their speech before I could even begin to let my guard down also. It's been about a month since this incident. I have a lock on my door now, and I haven't seen or heard anything quite so terrifying since. But I still get antsy at night. And heck, who wouldn't? I tell you what else too. When my family are heading out and ask if I want to go along, these days, I'll say yes. And that's the end of that story. That story was called someone pretending to be my sister downstairs in my house. How you feel about this story? This story was pretty scary. And again, like I said, I'm in my basement, so it's dark all the way around me. I could see a little bit, but it's dark for the most part, except these two lights right here in front of me. I really enjoyed this story too. Well written. Well written. If y'all want to keep seeing stories like this or hearing stories like this, let me know. Give me a like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. If you want me to read your stories, I'll put my Reddit in my description box below. And I have these two stories in the description box below just in case you want to read them. I also have some other stuff. I forgot what else I said I was gonna put in the box below. But excuse me. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. And I hope this is something new that I can start up. Because, again, I don't want it to just be makeup on my channel. I really don't. Especially right now. It gets tiring constantly doing makeup and constantly trying to think of makeup looks. You can always think of something, but who wants to watch makeup videos all the time? So, again, this is something new. I hope you guys like it. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Anything else you all would like to see. And if you would like me to bring advice and makeup back, the email is right here. Just email me your suggestions or anything you would like. And talk to you guys later. Bye.